Hello everyone, welcome to my page, alright? Now I'm still treating the topic on how to read Vernier caliper, okay? Now the question this is the Vernier caliper I am still talking about, alright? Here it has two scales, main scales and the Vernier scales, alright? So coming to this place, here is the main scale, right? And here is the Vernier scale, okay? Now the question on board here is 4. The question is demanding us to find all the values on this Vernier caliper, all right? Remember, this is a rough sketch of this equipment, okay? Now, I'm going to teach you how to read all of them so that when you come in contact with this Vernier caliper, you can read it very well. It's just a matter of fixing anything you want to read, diameter or what, and tight it and start checking your readings from the main scale to Vernier scale, all right? So now coming from the question number 1 here, if we want to read it, okay, we now check the main scale first. The main scale is this one, the Vernier scale is this. Okay, now let us start counting the lines by checking it, okay? We can see now from here, the next thing we have here is 1.0, all in cm, okay? Now we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So up to 10 lines give us 1. That means this big one is 0.5, okay? 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, then 1. Now we now read this now, okay? Picking the last value before this main scale. What is the last value? 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.6 before the Vernier scale, okay? So the reading from the main scale, which we use M to represent, will now be 0.6 cm. Then we now take the reading from the Vernier scale. The reading from the Vernier scale, we now check the line of coincidence, where the line coincides with the line of the main scale, where the line of Vernier scale coincides with the line of main scale. Now we now start checking, no one, no one, no one, no one, up till we reach here. There is one here that coincides with upper one. So we know that the value here is 5. The next one will be 6, okay? Now, this 60 line now, then our Vernier scale, which we use B to represent, will now be, but we will not use the 6 direct. We divide it by 100. It will now give us 0.06 cm. Now, the total reading of the Vernier caliper will now be 0.6 plus 0.06, which will now give us 0.64 cm. That is the answer for this first one. Then the second one, then our main scale will now be equals to, we now check, this is 4, so the next one will be, this is 4 up to 10 lines. This is what will be here is 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, then 4. So the 4, the reading will be 4, okay? Because that's the line before we meet Vernier scale. So we now have 4 cm here. Let's take the one of Vernier scale. We now check and see that this one coincides with the upper one. This one is the coincident own. We now count it 1, 2, 3, 4 is 4. Then our Vernier scale will now be, we divide the 4 by 100, then it will now give us 0.04 cm. Then the total value of this Vernier caliper, let's use there the total value, will now be 4 plus 0.04, which will now give us 4.04 cm. That is the total value for this second one. Then let's move to the third one, okay? We now check it. This is 5. Then this one is 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, 4.8. This one is 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, 4.8, 4.9, then 5. So the value here should be 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, okay? So the main scale will now give us 4.7 cm. Remember, okay, this is 5. And meaning that this one is 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, 4.8, 4.9, then 5. You now check it the way you will get the next number, okay? You now take your value like that. Then our vernier, so now we now check our vernier. Our vernier coincide here, okay? We now count it 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 again. We now divide that 4 by 100. That will be our vernier scale. So now give us 0.04. That means total reading here will now be 4.7 plus 0.04, which will now give us 4.74 cm. That's the reading of this one. Then the final reading for the last question will now be, this is 9, Abby. That means this one is 8.5, 8.6, 8.7, 8.8, 8.9, then 9. So the final reading here should be 8.5, 8.6, 8.7, 8.7, 8.8. When I check it in a way, we'll get 9 from the next one, okay? So it should be 8.5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So the main scale will now be 8.8 cm. Then vernier, we now check our vernier. Our vernier, where did it coincide? It coincide here. Okay, this is 5. We can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it coincide at the 3. That means the vernier will be, we divide that 3 by 100. The vernier scale will be 0.03. We now get our total reading, which will now be 8.8 plus 0.03, which will now give us 8.83 cm. That is the reading of this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will now move to teach you how to read a screw gauge, okay? Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow, okay? Comment, like, and share the video. Thank you so much.